Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, May 20th, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening this week in America. The stock market very shaky. Drug violence spiraling out of control in Mexico. San Francisco on track for the most drug-related deaths. Anxiety now keeping 4 in 10 Americans awake at night. Also ahead, update listeners sound off, but first, the stock market wobbling. Had another tough week. Hardest hit companies, tech and entertainment services. Facebook falling 47% compared to last May. Uber down 47%. Amazon 36%. Disney 32%. Google 21%. And Netflix a whopping 71% drop. Stocks are falling because of inflation, higher interest rates, and the incompetence of the Biden administration. Chaos south of the border. There are now officially 100,000 people missing in Mexico. Nearly all are presumed dead. Officials there believe the real figure could be closer to 200,000. Homicides in Mexico are often classified as missing persons because drug cartels conceal the bodies. To date, just 35 disappearances in Mexico have led to convictions out of hundreds of thousands. 5 of the 10 most dangerous cities on this planet can be found in Mexico. San Francisco on course to witness the most drug overdose deaths in history. The previous record was set last year when the Bay Area reported 700 OD fatalities. Between January and April of this year, at least 240 people are dead from narcotics. That's a 5% increase. Health experts blame the terrible trend on a flood of cheap fentanyl pouring in from Mexico. New survey from one poll says Americans are anxious about the next 24 hours. So-called next day anxiety causes 41% of adults to stay up all night. 61% of us say we are losing sleep because of stress. Respondents blame the panic attacks on COVID and financial troubles. 1/10 of the entire American population takes anti-anxiety medication. Wow. In a moment, update listeners have their say. Right back. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, interest rates rising, and a recession may loom. Our retirement accounts are in real danger, no doubt about it. If you want to protect your future, please do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Wow. So please don't wait. Call them now, 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Listeners sound off. We do this each Friday. You can reach me, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Let us begin with Janet in Providence, Rhode Island. The Democrats don't believe white supremacy is a problem. They are using it as their platform for the next 2 elections. President Biden definitely using the Buffalo shooting for political gain. So this was one of my commentaries on the radio this week, Janet. You are correct, I believe. Mr. Biden's kind of cynical about it. And here's the proof. He goes to Buffalo to talk to the families of the 10 African Americans who were murdered by a racist. He should do that. But then, why did he not get on Air Force One and go to Milwaukee, where 21 Americans were shot. Why not? The answer, because the shooters are African American. That's why. Jim, Jacksonville, North Carolina. History has shown that if the left had actual examples of white supremacy violence, they would be inundating the airwaves with it. In my opinion, if all the white supremacist organizations held a convention, they couldn't fill a high school gym. Well, I'm a fact-based guy, Jim. As you know, the FBI is in charge of monitoring hate groups, including white supremacists in the USA. When was the last time we saw a mass arrest by the FBI of white supremacists? I can't remember one. So if they were so prevalent as Mr. Biden says they are, why is the FBI arresting them? Let's go to Robert, Hampton, New Hampshire. The Buffalo shooting was heinous and wrong, but more people are killed in Chicago every weekend than were killed in Buffalo. You won't hear President Biden say anything about that, as it's black-on-black violence. So the reason I use these three letters in this segment is because most Americans are catching on to this. It's very cynical to exploit tragedy, mass murder, for political gain, and that's absolutely what the Biden administration is doing. Gary, Spring Valley, California, replacement theory has worked. Just ask any Native American about it. So, yeah, but replacement theory is a conscious racial ploy, all right, to allow migrants into the United States to replace American voters. That's not what happened in the Native American situation, and you'll know that, Gary, if you read my book, Killing Crazy Horse, which I think is the best book about the Native American U.S. wars on the market. I hope you read it. Let's go to Hank in Mason City, Illinois. I just finished reading Killing the Killers. Superb book, but I'm curious on why you didn't cover Benghazi in it. Because Benghazi was not an Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram organized. It was militants, but it wasn't at that level. Horrible situation, though. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by putting it together. Please visit BillO'Reilly.com if you'd like some more honest news analysis, and in a moment, something you might not know. If you own a home or property, here are 2 reasons you never want to become the victim of home title fraud. Reason 1, when a cyber criminal sneakily worms his way onto your home's title, he'll take out loan after loan using your home's equity, then he'll vanish, leaving you to prove you didn't commit fraud. Reason 2, you could be a victim of home title fraud right now and not know it for months. No agency notifies you or asks if you sold your home or added someone to the title. You'll find out when the collection calls start for loans you never took out. Nobody knows more about how to help stop this crime than Home Title Lock, America's trusted leader. I urge you to go to HomeTitleLock.com, read the testimonials from retired FBI agents and others, register your home address to see if you are already a victim. And when you protect your home, tell them O'Reilly sent you for 30 free days of protection. HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Joe Biden has been president for 485 days. Despite the media's vicious coverage surrounding his predecessor, the disappearance of Donald Trump from the Oval Office has been very bad for the television news business. Here are the facts. Fox News daytime viewership. In March 2017, 5 years ago, 1.7 million folks watched daytime on FNC. January of this year, 1.6 million, a slight drop. Fox News primetime viewership, March 2017. I was the ratings leader at FNC at the time, 3.3 million, but the Factor had a much higher audience than that. In January of this year, it had dropped to 2.7 million, a significant loss in prime time. At MSNBC, daytime viewership is down, but not that much. March 2017, 760,000 on average watching daytime. That's a paltry audience, by the way. 5 years later, 750,000, about the same. However, prime time viewership on MSNBC is lower. March 17, 1.4 million viewers. This year in January, 1.2 million. CNN daytime viewership is down pretty big. March 17, 800,000. January this year, 600,000. But its prime time viewership is a disaster at CNN. March 17, 1.1 million. January of this year, 700,000. Awful. In general, TV news is declining because it is repetitive and in many cases outright boring. That is the truth. Americans also really don't want as much ideology as the networks are putting out there. Americans want information, honest facts, and cable TV news, not so much. Back after this.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.